What's up, everyone? For this workout, it's designed in mind if A, you're stuck at home and you have to be forced to use anything that you may have at your disposal for your exercise and for equipment, and B, if it's your first time just kind of getting yourself accustomed to exercise as well, because a lot of the movements that we'll be going through won't be extremely difficult. They'll be very foundational in terms of body movement and exercise, because this workout will be body weight based. So all you'll need is a mat or a blanket if you don't have a mat as well that you can lie on. And that's all, and then we'll get started. We have 10 minutes of exercise coming at you right now. Let's warm up with some jumping jacks. Keep a nice, smooth cadence here. Try and match my speed, so it doesn't have to be too fast, but try and stay nice and light on your feet. Get those arms wide up overhead. For our warm-up, we're just trying to activate our muscles we'll be using, get our heart rate up slightly, and just get our body primed for more movement. Only 10 minutes of work here, less than 10 seconds left. And then we'll get down into our next exercise. Now, bounce anytime we're not exercising. The next one that we'll be going through will just be a squat. So now we'll put our feet about shoulder width apart, hands in the middle of our body as we squat down, pressing our knees to the outside slightly to open up our hips, keeping that pressure on the outside of our knees to keep our hips open as we move up and down. Inhale down, exhale as you come up, squeezing your glutes at the top. We have 10 seconds left here now, and push through your heels as you stand up. 5 seconds, and then we'll switch again. 3, 2, 1, and bounce. Next exercise now, we'll start on our feet and crawl out. Feet shoulder width apart, leaning over and crawling out onto our hands, then push right back up onto our feet. Keep a nice, smooth breathing cadence here. Try not to hold your breath when you're exercising now. The oxygen's important to keep flowing. 10 seconds left now, and we'll transition through our last warm-up exercise. And then we'll get into the first round of 2 for this workout. Now, we'll go down onto our mats, take a push-up position either on your knees or on your feet. Since this is for beginners, we'll start on our knees here. Keep our elbows out at about a 45-degree angle. Inhale down and exhale as you push up. Try and bring your chest as close to the mat as possible. And then push yourself right back and lock out your arms at the top. Less than 10 seconds here. 5 seconds. Then we'll jump back up and get into a bounce as I bring us through our first exercise for our first round. And back on those feet. All right, everyone. Now remember, anytime we're resting or we're breaking or we're transitioning through an exercise and you may not know what to do, stick in a bounce here for some active rest and recovery, but that will also keep your heart rate up. You can bounce side to side. You can keep moving, stepping side to side. You can march right in place, whichever one you feel is most applicable to you in the moment. Now stay bouncing. Our first exercise will be a squat crunch. Hands up by the side of our heads. We'll squat down, stand up, crunch to the opposite side, squat down, and crunch to the opposite side. Join me here. Squat down, crunch our knee towards our elbow, squat down, and repeat on the opposite side now. Exhale and squeeze your abs together as you go and bring your knee up to your elbow. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, switch. Next exercise now, we'll walk out into a plank on our mat and begin. Start at a high plank, but make sure now your body stays nice and neutral. Tuck your belly button in like there's a fire beneath you, squeezing your abs. If you don't feel comfortable holding yourself up like that, drop down to your knees, but again, keep your back nice and straight. Eyes will stay looking a little bit in front of you, keeping your head and neck in a nice neutral and safe position. Now, switch. We'll turn over, lying on our back now for some lying leg lifts. Feet up off the ground, raising our legs straight up off the mat, bringing them back towards the ground, and repeating. Bring your legs now as close as you can towards the ground without touching. Lift your legs back and forth here. Keep your head back now, resting on the mat. 10 seconds left. You can keep your head and shoulders up off the ground if you feel comfortable enough, but no need here, especially if you're a beginner. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Now we'll sit up for a Russian twist. Hands in the middle of our bodies. Now you can try and keep your feet up if you feel comfortable with that. Rotating from side to side, hands together, trying to touch the mat below you. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, just keep your feet down in front, moving side to side still, back and forth, keeping your core nice and tight the entire time. Suck that stomach in and rotate as far as you can to each side, tapping the mat below you. 3, 2, 1. Now turn back over onto your back. Next exercise, we have a glute bridge. Feet about a foot in front of your hips. We'll press our hips up towards the ceiling, bring them back down. Let's work. Squeeze your glutes at the top of that glute bridge each time. Exhale as you push away, bring them back down. Keep your back and your shoulders digging into the mat as you drive your hips toward the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next exercise, we'll turn over and get back up onto our feet for some power jumps. Now we'll jump down, or squat down as deep as you can. Jump up as high as you can. Don't worry about the speed here. Try and jump as high for as much power each time. Inhale down, exhale, and jump up. Inhale down, load your legs and hips, and jump up as high as you can here. Less than 10 seconds. And then we'll have a 30-second rest before we get into our second round. 3, 2, 1, rest. Stay bouncing now. Or if you need a little quick sip of water, go grab a quick sip of water. Only one more round left, halfway through. Again, only 10 minutes of work. And considering many of us are staying at home, I'm sure you can find 10 minutes throughout the day. In fact, you could even come back to this over and over again, or you can replay it right after if you want a little bit more of a challenge and try and double it up for 20, even 30 minutes, whichever you feel most comfortable doing. Hey everyone, I hope you've been enjoying the workout so far. Remember, for more fitness content like this and some of the shenanigans I like to get into for entertainment purposes, of course, remember to follow along at all my social media here at Chris Poirier-Kim. Let's get back to the workout now. Now for our second round, we'll begin. Actually, I'll face you this way. We'll walk out for a T-plank, hold this high plank position, rotating up at each arm. Let's begin here. Keep your feet both shoulder width apart, rotating your hands up towards the ceiling, but try and keep your hips nice and even. We're just rotating at our back and our shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and up back on our feet. Next exercise, we have skater hops, hopping from side to side of our mat, back and forth. Let's begin going to our left. Jump and jump. It doesn't have to be high jumps, doesn't have to be fast. Just get your body moving from side to side and then take your speed as you feel comfortable. Build up a little bit quicker, jumping a little bit farther each time. 5 seconds left. Keep moving. That's the key here. 3, 2, 1. Now we'll transition to some high knees. Back to center here. Running back and forth, up and down. Let's begin. Get those knees as high as you can. Try and drive your knees up past your hip. Keep your hands nice and sharp, like knives cutting through the air. Almost through. Only 30 seconds of work. 10 seconds left. You got this. I know your heart rate's probably spiking right now, but if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And you're going to hear me say that a lot in these workouts. Bounce. Next exercise, we have in and out squat hops. Feet nice and close, closer than our hips. Jump out and jump back in. Let's begin. Jump your feet out and come back in. Keep your hands in the middle of your body as you go in and out. These can be called in and out squat, squat jumps, squat jacks. Many exercises have the same name. If you haven't noticed, I feel like there's like 5 different names for each exercise. 5 seconds left here. Then we'll transition to the next in 3, 2, 1, and bounce. Next exercise, We have star jacks. Feet hip width apart, slight drop down, jump out, and come back in. Let's begin. Down, out, and come back in. Nice and quick here. Go for speed. If you don't feel comfortable with that little jump, you can just step side to side. But if it's in you, let's pick up the pace. 3, 2, 1, rest. Last exercise here. It's everyone's favorite. We have burpees. Down to the ground, jumping back, and then jump into the air. Let's begin. Down to the ground, kick your feet out, jump back up into the air. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can just step back and step up, but let's keep moving for speed. That's the key with this. Push yourself. Push yourself to your max here. 10 seconds left, and then we're done. Almost through. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great work. 10 minutes has never flown by so fast, right? That's a rhetorical question. I'll see you guys in the next workout. Have a great day.